How's it going, motherfuckers?
What's up?
It's going good, man.
You alive over there, Changuita?
I'm good, nigga. Are you good? You gonna go to work today? Are you still suffering or what?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
what's up,
suffering
man?
from loneliness. You know, I miss you guys and shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's gay.
That's gay for show. Gay pride all day. Know what I mean? BLM.
Hey, man, the last time I saw you, I blacked out. Did you roofie me?
Hey,
I think so, dude.
Hey, you know what? There's actual footage of you passed out on the fucking chair, dude. Maybe we should post that.
Oh, word? Where? What chair?
Who
Oh,
did that?
I don't
Dude,
know.
I
When
don't
you put
fucking
Crown
remember
in
it.
your fucking beer? I don't know. Maybe
Oh, okay, yeah. Nah, that was about it.
You
That was
put
a
Crown in
knockout
the
blow,
beer?
dude.
Anyways, we'll get back to that. So, Monk sent a fucking video from TikTok, and it's from Voodoo Priest Man. And apparently, a woman got turned into a half horse for sleeping with a married man. Right? So let's play the video real quick. What do you think that lady's saying? Like, shit, here we go again. Like, I told this bitch to stop fucking with that married man.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I told this bitch not to be doing this shit. I told her it was gonna happen. And look, dumb as fuck.
Word, bro.
The part that gets me is the tail, bro. Like,
Word.
flopping and shit.
Dude, that can't be real,
Yeah.
though, right? Like, do you guys?
how would you do that though? Like, I try to figure it out. Trust me. Like,
Well-
how you gonna put a horse like front legs and then a little bit of the tail out? But I know, dude.
Well,
I mean,
it
if
would be
someone
easy.
maybe like CGI'd it or some shit.
No, you could. It would be actually pretty easy. You would actually make a platform, put your legs through the platform, then fill the rest up with sand, dirt, whatever. Have everybody stand around and act like like it's real. That I mean, that I could totally see where how that could be fake. Because
I don't know, though. Like,
Because I don't see how you move the tail either. Like, how do you do that? There's no mechanics there. I don't think so.
the only thing that's holding me back is like it's like Africa, dude. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
that shit is.
I'm not sure how close a fucking special effects crew is. Like,
it's not special effects though. It's just a platform.
practical effects. Either way, man. I'm ready to believe it, but the tail flopping is like what that did look a little off to me.
I don't know, bro. That shit is just.
I mean, what the fuck do I know, though? Shit.
Black magic.
I mean, how upset? How upset? Like, I mean, I feel like John would want to get turned into a horse. So I feel like Kiki, you better watch out. This man's about to cheat. He's trying to get a horse dick.
Damn.
Oh, go fuck yourself, dude. I would actually be upset because like it looks like she can't even like walk. You know, like what if it's just like she can't even lift that half of her body? You know,
John, I'll
What if you
raise
get
you.
turned into like a like a minotaur or something, dog? Like a fucking.
hey, that'd be pretty hard, dude. I'd be running through the forest with a fucking bow and arrow. That should be hard, bro.
John, I'll
I'd just disappear one day.
John, I'll match you with your fucking, I'm black from the waist down, and I'll raise you I'm a horse from the waist down, dude. Like,
Got
come
that
on,
horse
dog.
cock, dude. I don't think it's worth it, man. That's high risk, high reward.
don't
You get
know.
the horse cock with the horse hooves.
I don't know, bro. Getting a bitch to change those fucking horseshoes for you, might be kind of hot. Might be into that shit.
That's a whole
Hey,
other level of kinky.
Hey, I've always been curious. I've always been curious to see how that shit feels. So I mean, hey,
You see this?
Does it
Thought
hurt
about
the
that
horse?
shit.
Wait. Like what feels? What feels?
the changing the horseshoe, like how it feels to a horse.
I
Apparently they
told
don't
you.
feel it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, I guess I would do the research and just, hey, dude, like, put my horseshoes on real quick. I want to see if it hurts. And they change me back.
Go ahead and let me hook me up with some new pairs. So you want some Jordan fucking horse string shoes, dog?
Hey, that would
Put
be
the
hot.
emblem on there.
Hey, but what would
I
you
don't know
turn?
how the fuck.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know how much they would cost at that point, dude. I might as well just get regular Jordans.
What would you?
What
would you turn into if a man cheated with a married woman? Because she got turned into a horse for fucking a man that's married.
Probably like a dog? Dog body?
It's gotta be something disrespectful. Because like the fucking horse, like why is she turned into a horse? Like why not like a fucking frog or
Like a rat or something.
a rat or something like.
I feel like horse is always like isn't a horse like a big animal in like black magic or some shit like that? Like
Is it?
I'm not honestly. I'm not 100% if it's like the like something that's like common in black magic. Maybe like snakes, crows, maybe. But I don't know about a
right.
horse.
Well, they usually like in tarot cards, they do have a lot of horses, like chariots and like different like knights and shit. Like there's usually like depictions of horses. Now that John mentions it, but not really. I don't really remember too many mentions of horses. Just a lot of like
Yeah.
visual
Yeah.
representations of them.
But I mean, I feel like it's pretty spot on. I mean, it's a big animal, and it's like like a scary animal, you know, like motherfuckers are scared of horses and shit. And I guess I feel like it's just like it's one of those black magic things because I feel like horse legs is something they be telling. You know, that's probably what they be telling about the whole village and shit. Like, hey, don't be cheating, you're gonna get fucking horse legs. Like,
You're gonna turn into a fucking horse if you fucking other
yeah.
people's women.
So I mean, I don't know. As a man, I feel like a dog, but you know, a dog's not a big enough animal. I feel like that's an issue too.
No, but I mean that would make sense. It would kind of coincide with you're a fucking dog. You know.
Yeah. I don't want a
I don't know
chihuahua
if a
dick.
horse. Yeah, there you go. So you can be like a fucking Yorkie or a goddamn fucking what is it? The teacup dogs.
Yeah, dude, fuck all that.
Okay, so as somebody that has actually went through a customer pissing and shitting all over their employee bathroom, I just want to
Mm-hmm.
say, fuck you, John, for putting this in the chat. I got PTSD from it. But dear God, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I may or may not have been in this situation once or twice where I thought about being that lady because they're like, oh, you gotta buy something to fucking use the bathroom. Like, fuck you, then I'll just take a shit right here, and that appears, to have happened in this situation, or she's just crazy. Let's go ahead and play the clip. There is no sound, but you guys have seen the clip. What do you guys think? Like, what's your reaction here?
Honestly, I do wish that I had audio because I feel like I think it was one of the more things like he didn't, or she didn't like get what she wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like or maybe they fucked up the order or something. Like again, I'm not justifying shitting on the floor, but I think it's one of those situations where it's an overreaction where she's just like, fuck this place. She shit because it's not like she just shit. Like she shat and then she threw her shit and then she wiped her shit on like the closest machine, you know?
That's
Right.
no.
What do you think? What do you think they did with that paper towel dispenser? Like, you think they fucking threw it away? Because that shit had to have poop on it, dude. Like,
Dude,
for
they had
sure.
to. I bet you they had to shut that fucking place down and deep clean it. Like they probably lost business. You don't know what the fuck, because that's like a health hazard at that point, right?
That and
Yeah, it's almost like a bio attack.
hey, but when you guys see this shit on Instagram though, like, can you guys Did you guys notice the guy that's shirtless in the fucking booth, just drinking his coffee?
No, no.
There's
I
a
did
fucking
not
shirtless
notice
guy right there with bigger titties than me. And then there's
Oh
a fucking
shit!
old man just watching her take a shit, and I feel like he was into that shit because he didn't even flinch. That's
that.
crazy.
That Starbucks is located somewhere where not everybody should go.
Apparently, dude, they got bitches shitting on the floor.
Do you think the
Dude,
employees could sue the store and get money out of it because,
I
trauma?
don't know.
I don't know.
I
You
mean,
could sue the
trauma.
bitch,
Yeah, you
but
could sue the bitch.
I'm not sure if it would like hold up, because I feel like her defense is gonna be that she shat on the floor. You know,
Right.
obviously she's crazy.
What kind of shit? How do you go in? Like literally, what kind of shit is that? Like you go in there, like
Hmm.
they put foam on your, or they put fucking whipped cream on your coffee, and then you're just like, nope, fucked up. I'm taking this shit right here.
What's hilarious is that
Should've-
like she had that little sweater wrapped around her fucking waist like she was about to go fucking golfing or go play tennis. She takes it off
Word.
casually and then just pulls down her pants and shits right there.
Like that, she's either done it before or she's just like that unhinged, like, because she's just like, you know what, like, defense mechanism, fucking go, shit.
Shit and throw it. Shit and throw it.
Shit and throw it, dude. That's prime monkey response. Like, that's primal. She went into her instincts for that shit.
That's kind of fucked up, man. I don't know. I don't know how you. First of all, how the employees was just like staring at her, like, "Are you really doing what I think you're doing?" Like, job's not worth it, man. You should have just knocked her right in the forehead.
Yeah, do you, but see, do you get out of there or do you like stop her? Do you neutralize the threat? Because I don't even think they realized what was happening until
It
she
is
like
happening.
shat. Because he like went up to her like to like stop her or whatever.
Well,
But once she
yeah, he's
shat,
like,
he was
ma'am,
just
I'm
like,
gonna
I'm
call
out.
the cops. Like, stop what you're
Uh-huh.
doing at
Yeah.
once. You know, like,
Stop what you're doing at once.
Yeah, once that shit drops, he's just like, all right, fuck it, I'm out.
word.
Yeah, I know.
He
I'm
backed
screaming,
up,
I
bro.
quit, and then swinging.
Getting shit thrown at you, dude. Yeah, you gotta neutralize the threat. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, you gotta stop it before it gets that far. I mean, if she already shit, but
Cause she threw it after, so I don't know if it hit anyone. That was off camera, but you know, how fast are you gonna duck from a shit you don't expect to be flying in the first place?
yeah, or if you don't even think that she has shit in her hand, like she's gonna throw something at you, you know, maybe like some fucking, like one of the little cups that holds the straws or some shit like that. But you don't think you expect shit to come flying at you, you know. But if that hits you in the
Yeah.
face, that I'm pretty sure you can sue for like some sort of health hazard.
Something, right?
Yeah.
Cause even like where did the shit fly? It probably hit like a fryer or some shit. It's just it's a fucking mess, dude. They had to shut that place down.
They had to. I'm not cleaning that shit up. You gotta come in here with a fucking power washer and fucking knock
Word.
all that shit down. I ain't touching that goddamn thing.
That's disgusting. But
I
not as
condone.
disgusting as this fucking bitch in Brazil. The headline reads, Brazilian woman who married a rag doll after he got me pregnant live streams the birth of their baby. I read this
Yo.
and I said, what the fuck? So I'll go ahead and summarize it for you guys. Basically, the woman's mother made her this rag doll so that she wouldn't be lonely. And she ended up building a relationship with this doll. They ended up having sex and he didn't wear a condom, so she naturally got pregnant. And
Naturally.
she live streamed the 35-minute birth to an audience of 200 people, man. And, you know, she even married this thing. She had 250 people at their wedding. I mean, if I feel like a lot of those people that showed up to this wedding were just there to watch a circus, man. Like this is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie though. He's got a dope ass perm though.
Dope ass perm.
Dope ass sperm. Fucking
Do
looks
you
like,
you think it's got a big dick?
I don't know.
Why would
I
the
mean, if it's
mom put a
imaginary.
dick to it though? Like if
I-
the
Well, I mean,
mom
she
made it,
a yeah, but she made her the doll. So I mean, what other ridiculous thing wouldn't she do? You know,
So
like, that's fucked up in itself.
do you think like the dick was like an aftermarket piece that got added after?
Maybe. What if she put the dick on herself because her mom was like, "Oh, you'll be lonely," and then she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna fuck this." like,
I'm gonna fuck this.
like, you know.
That's kind of crazy, bro.
That's creepy, bro. It's creepy. There's nothing okay about that. Whatever birth actually happened, I don't want to ever find the video, to be honest with you guys. I'm not watching that shit, but
Imagine how many blowjobs that thing's fucking not enjoying because it's a fucking ragdoll. like all those fucking BJs she could be giving to some other guy that would actually
All this
appreciate
freaky
that.
shit, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. But you got to think about it. Okay, let's say if she didn't get pregnant from the doll, like who did she call to say, "Hey, let's make a fucking conspiracy, a scandal. You fuck me and I'll have the baby." Like what man would have done that shit, you know?
Dude, maybe the doll's a cuck.
maybe the doll's a
oh
cuck.
fuck, dude.
That
You're
makes
right.
sense. That makes more sense now.
The doll just sits in a chair and watch her get fucked. Damn.
Damn.
I'm just saying, dude. It's the most logical thing that could happen.
Yeah, because I mean, look, again, it just brings up that point. Like, does it have a dick? And if it does, how did it get her pregnant? Like,
Right.
It had to. Maybe she did it for. I can't even say it for views or anything because it's just. It says that she gets upset when people think it's fake.
I don't understand this shit, dude. Like, she can't go to a bar, you know? I'm sure one person is gonna be willing.
Somebody
gotta
want to fuck her. Yeah.
There's no reason for this. Especially in Brazil, dude. They got fucking fucked up bars. She can chill at 3 a.m.
Dude, they barely even have food.
Damn, dude. You know what? Maybe it makes sense that she's fucking a doll.
You don't have to feed
That is
it. You don't have to fucking, take care of it. Really, you just, fuck it.
just fuck it. Yeah,
Just fuck it.
fuck it.
Hold it, cuddle it, and fuck it.
Right.
I don't know, man.
That's the motto right there. That's the motto.
Oh god,
Because it reminds me of like I don't know if you've seen like the anime dudes. They got like the body pillows and shit.
Oh yeah.
Shit like that, man. Just
But I mean, at least they know it's a pillow, Like they know they're fucking a pillow.
but still, man, it's kind of like the same thing where it's just like it's like that level of loneliness where you're just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You fucking a pillow? You're fucking a doll? Like, how bad does it get? I understand paying for porn, but if you're lonely that you're fucking an inanimate object, that's therapy borderline right there.
But you know
Like
what?
you really need some shit.
Well, let me ask you guys this. I mean, this thing might have came up, in one of my conversations I had last week. Would you guys dress up as a cat and be someone's pet for money?
Okay. All right. Well, throw some numbers out there for us.
Is it a sexual thing?
10,000. And don't ask me how long you got to be the cat. Just give me a yes
It's
or no.
it's like a 10,000 fee, and then I just got to be the cat.
Yeah, so you're gonna get paid at the end. You're not gonna get paid before.
Oh,
No.
Or I
No.
guess I'll be a cat,
Nope.
dude. What am I gonna spend the money on?
Well,
like
okay. So it's gonna be for, let's say, 5 business days. You get to go home every 8 hours. No, you're working 16-hour days.
16-hour days.
I might be someone's cat, dude.
10K, dude, for 1 week of 5 days of your time.
10K, I might be someone's fucking cat.
Okay, all right.
Damn.
So then let's put the scenario out there. So you belong to a 80-year-old lady.
Oh, okay. Starting off strong.
She's a super cat lady.
Okay.
I mean,
So I gotta
you
mingle with
gotta
other
gotta
cats?
meow for her, bro. You gotta ask for fucking food by meowing. All that cute shit. You gotta throw up hairballs.
all right. Okay. All right.
I mean, dude, it's an old bitch, so it's like, guy, you can entertain. Like, I'd take it as like community service. Like, she's almost out of this world, bro. Like, I'm just gonna be your cat for
Like,
a
you're
couple
just doing her a
days.
favor?
Yeah, like make her happy. Cause look, realistically, if it's just me and that bitch, like, no one's gonna remember it in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just
Well,
take
no
my
one has to
10K.
know.
Yeah. You know what? I'd probably be a cat boy.
Okay, if nobody
Dude, you
knows,
just
then,
talked me into it, dude.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's no, well, there is a paper
Yeah,
trail,
I
but
don't know,
obviously you can say, oh, I
that's
was
almost
fucking
degrading, but you're
keeping
gonna
her
remember
company
that
and
for the
shit.
rest of your life. You're young. You're not gonna forget that shit.
But what, man? I just dressed up as a cat, fucking brought the bitch a dead rat. Like, come on. Got to sleep. Like, does she give me baths and shit? I might be a little iffy about that, but again,
No,
10K is 10K.
Cats clean themselves, so you pretty much wash yourself.
Oh, shit. That's even better, dude. I'll be going out back on the porch, take a smoke break. Mittens, where are you?
You're gonna be back there like,
This-
Word, dude.
bro. You should have smoke break.
oh shit. I mean, yeah, if it's a normal work day, you gotta have lunch.
Dude, you just, like, I
But
just picture
you're-
myself.
You gotta eat like cat food though. Like maybe.
Okay,
That's what I'm
nah.
saying. I picture myself on, like, the back porch, smoking a blunt, and just, like, fuck, Fluffy. Like, 6 cats around me, like, fuck, dude, tuna again? This is some bullshit, dude.
What if she says mealtime and the only thing that smells like fish is her, is her pussy?
Nope, now we're 10K.
I ain't
John?
eating that. I ain't eating the pussy, so I'm cool.
John?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
cool. I still do.
no. That's the only thing there is to eat. So I mean,
What's
That's
up,
the.
John?
Hold up. You better raise my price
Hear me
to
out.
15K. You be fucking around.
So you'll eat the pussy for an additional fee of 5,000.
Additional fee of 5,000.
Jesus Christ.
You only got to eat it once throughout the 5 days.
Once throughout the 5 days,
And you
fuck
got to
yeah,
do it at the
15K.
beginning of the first. You got to do it at the first on the first day so that pussy flavor marinates in your mouth for the rest of the 4 days.
That shit.
Look, you do it. You get it out of the way the first day. You're eating nothing but fucking fish, cat food the rest of the time. You won't even be able to fucking tell.
Hey, bro, my man is logical over here. I'm not saying that I'm
just
down.
saying.
I'm just saying that I get it.
Rip the Band-Aid off, dude. Eat the pussy.
I
and
understand where you're going with it, but no. Nah.
You get to play with a fucking yarn ball the rest of the time. It's fine, dude. I'm just saying. All right? Someone offers you fucking 15K, you gonna fucking start meowing real quick. I know that. All right? Don't fucking play with me.
Hey, that's facts.
Yo.
Where's Jordan at? Because he'd be saying cap. If the fucking right now, he'd be like cap.
Monks he's our Jordan right now, dude.
Word,
you
dude.
Capping me out, dog?
You capping right now, dude.
No fucking way. You're gonna be in a full cat suit and do that shit?
I don't know, dude. That could be a full-time job, honestly. Like a part-time, full-time job, if that makes any sense, you know? Like that could be what you specialize in. There has to be people like that, bro.
Dude, there's people that do it for
people
free.
dress up. Yeah, people dress up for free. So I mean,
Yeah, people do like the horse shit too, right? Where they dress up all in like leather and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
like babies. Have you seen that baby shit?
Oh yeah, we're like full grown fucking. They have like full size cribs and like they wear diapers.
Yeah,
and
full
shit.
size dude. It's a fucking twin bed with a fucking crib cage around it, and this dude's just like, meh, meh, and then he gets a fucking like he gets a nanny and shit, and she'll spend the whole day taking care of this grown ass fucking baby.
It reminds me of fucking Deuce Bigelow when when that fucking big lady takes care of him like that. Yeah,
shit like that, dude. It's like people are into weird fucking shit. So I mean,
I just don't understand how you could be into that, bro. Like that's just weird. Like
that has to be like a mental thing again at that point. That's how you end up fucking dolls and shit. I don't know. Could it be?
Could be.
See, I don't even know if it would be like loneliness, because how does loneliness drive you into acting like an infant? You know,
because it shows you there's such a small
like
group of people that actually like it. Yeah, so it gives you attention. You know, like it's the attention that you want.
There's a dude. I think it happened a couple years ago. It was on the news a bunch, but there was a dude that pretended he was retarded. He pretended he was special ed, so he can get nurses to come over and like change his diaper.
And them and
you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I guess that because they showed his picture, dude, and he was just like this fucking lonely ass our age type of dude. Just like he looked fucking sad,
Already the rugged man, bro. Why are you gonna throw him under the bus like that?
Our age, dog.
Yo, some people just I don't even understand how you develop the fetish either. It's fucking weird.
Okay, so I found it. I found it. It says, man faked being handicapped to get diaper changed. And he looks goofy as fuck. I'm gonna post this shit in the Discord. This is crazy, bro. Yeah, I could definitely see the RA in him. But you know what? I feel like that whole diaper shit and like the kid shit, like the acting like a baby and having somebody take care of you. Like I feel like that's just getting mainstream because I've seen a lot of clips on that shit lately. Like people
what the
talking.
Hell you be watching, bro?
No, like in the shorts.
What timeline are you on?
Oh, fuck you guys, bro. I can't bring up shit here, bro. Fuck y'all.
Dude, we're just asking questions here, man. That's
well, you ain't asking the right questions, bro. Back the fuck up. But yeah, so like I was watching. I'm not even gonna justify it. Fuck you guys. I was on YouTube, all right. And YouTube doesn't allow that type of shit, so fuck you guys.
They don't.
All right. No. So, so you guys sent another video, and I did want to play this. So apparently there was a gentleman, a man, a punk ass fool that fucked up his kid. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it.
Dude!
Shut up. Hey, you shut up.
Oh, no. Backward. You got me fucked up, kid. No, babe. No, come here. Hold on. I recorded him. Yeah, it's okay. I recorded him. It's okay. It's all right. I recorded him. It's fine. I recorded him. It's fine. I recorded him. I recorded him. Don't even worry about it.
All right, I'll get you guys' thoughts right here, but I gotta interject here. I mean, the guy saying, "Hey, don't hit him, dog. He seems like the type that should have got hit as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. Go on.
John, what's your take on it?
Listen, when I sent this, I saw it and I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I feel like I got a hot take because I've always thought people take it too far when they go like, oh, you can't tell me how to raise my child, like, and they're blatantly doing fucked up shit, right?
Right.
I don't know, but when I saw this and I just saw everyone like reacting like, oh yeah, you're fucking bad, but I ain't gonna do shit about it. I was just more like, man, sometimes something right isn't good, you know? Like I do believe in discipline in kids, you know. I don't know if I'd smack them in the middle of a Chuck E. Cheese, but shit, dude. I'm just saying, you know, just cause it don't look right doesn't mean it ain't right, I guess.
Goddamn.
It's fucked up, but I guarantee a few of us have had the shit slapped out of us, like in the car or something, you know?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like it's not so much that it was like it shouldn't happen, or like in that sense it shouldn't happen that way because he smacked him and it didn't seem like the kid did really anything wrong, you know. Mm-hmm. But like I'm not one to say that, you know, spanking isn't like almost to a point necessary to some children, but to smack them like if they're a grown adult, like no,
right?
You shouldn't be doing that shit because then you're just a bitch because you're dominating somebody who's obviously clearly smaller than you. He can't hit you back because you're the parent, you know. I think somebody should have hit him right there just to show him like, hey,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to discipline children. You can't be fucking smacking them like they're 30-year-olds, you know? You have to at least try to talk to the kid. Mm-hmm. Who knows what the fuck he did? He probably just didn't even listen. Like, it wasn't even that big of a deal.
And I will say that the fact that he had him, like, pinned against the wall, and he was, like, choking him, right? Like, yeah. You know, who knows how long he was doing that shit before they pulled out the phone as well. So
yeah, she had to have seen it, like, for a while and then pulled out the phone. But... like, that shit right there is not okay. You don't do that shit. Like, don't... again, nobody's telling you how to raise your kid, but don't smack him around like that. Like, that's just... it's for one, it's unfair because they can't do nothing back. Hey, man,
they're going to get more shit from that.
Bitch needed to get smacked.
I mean... okay, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys just saw the wife at the end, but she looked like a bitch, too. Like, she looked like that shit happened on the daily.
She looks like she gets smacked around.
Word.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's flat like a plank, bro. Like her, like where her titties are, like they were super low. Like she's just a weird looking bitch. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm. She looked like Jack Skellington if he dressed as a woman.
Yeah, she kind of looks like G-Eazy. Anyways, nah, real shit though. I feel like you should be able to discipline your kids. I don't think you should be smacking them like that in public. I think behind closed doors, you know, if they deserve it, you know, if they did something that warranted that behavior, and you've already talked to them, you took all the prior steps. I feel like you should have the ability to hit your kid and discipline them to kind of like get their attention, because I feel like sometimes you do need that. Like, you know, growing up, my dad beat the shit out of me. My dad didn't really hit my little brother that much because, you know, he would beat the shit out of me. So, you know, I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I think when it comes... okay, I think that you could overly hit somebody and, like, abuse them, where it's, like, abuse. Yeah. You know, that's wrong. But when, like, it's just straight discipline, where it's, like, you know, you teach your kid right from wrong, and sometimes, you know, everybody has their own teaching style. Sometimes that's what it is. I'm not saying it's the best way, but I'm not against it. I don't think these people should have got involved though, man. I mean, honestly, because I feel like a lot of it was just for clout. Like, you know, Edward, you said that, or Monk, sorry. You said that, you know, somebody should have hit him. Like, realistically, who the fuck's gonna hit him, bro? Like I don't think any of us, if we would have seen that, we would have done anything. Like, I'll be honest. Like, everybody could talk a big game, but I highly doubt anybody would ever do anything. There was even a time, I'll be honest with you, man. I had Zay. I just had him. I was about a month in with him, and I was at Target, and there was this family. You know, when you can tell when there's like a foster family, they just look like they don't belong together, and like the parents look like pieces of shit. Well,
Yeah.
I came across one of those families. They were at the self-checkout right next to me, and they checked out before me. I went ahead, I checked out. I was putting my stuff in the truck, and right as I'm getting into my truck, I hear the guy screaming at the kid, "Get the fuck in the car! Get the fuck in the car!" And it caught my attention, but it was probably like about two. It was like a lane and a half, let's say, like row and a half away from where I was. And
Right.
the kid was like, "No, I don't want to. You didn't give me my toy." And all I hear is smack, bro. Just a straight fucking smack. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't like the smack in this video. It was like a legit, like, that kid could have fucking died. And
Right.
he
It was
grabs
that
the
hard.
kid. He grabs the kid. He fucking throws him in the van. And then he was with the kid, so I knew he didn't kidnap him. But he grabs the kid, throws him in the van, and then they take off. You know, like, in that situation, like, I was fucking heated, right? But I wasn't gonna go over there if, like, once he took off, I was like, all right, well, like, that's not my problem anymore. But I feel like if he would have continued to beat the shit out of him, yes, I would have went over there. But a simple
Yeah.
smack like this, again, was it warranted? Probably not. But I just don't feel like one smack deserves, you know, for you to spend the night in jail and then try to justify it by saying, yeah, I'm the hero because he smacked this kid and he shouldn't have. Like, I just think the cons outweigh the pros here.
Yeah, for sure. Because, yeah, it definitely did seem like that. Because she's just like, oh, I'm not the one. I'm calling the cops. Like, what? What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I
take
just
this
mean
to
like
the cops.
when they actually pulled the video out and everyone's just like, what the fuck you doing? But he's, you know, he's walking out. Like, he's obviously leaving. So what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah. I wonder where
and
they're
he's
at
even,
though.
like-
It looks. I mean, they say Laughlin, but I wonder if they're like in a casino. I've never been there before. I know John has.
It kind of
before.
looks
Yeah, it probably is a casino or like a fucking, I don't know, bowling alley or some shit.
something like arcade or something, right? Like, so it looks
Yeah,
like
because some
to
of
me.
them have like arcades and shit inside of the casinos.
Yeah, because there's a lot of kids around.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it had
you
to be
can't have a kid in
like
a
a
casino.
kid area like that.
That's also true.
Yeah.
And you know, that's fucked up, I guess, with all the kids around and shit. You don't know what kind of, like, obviously he was pissed off, but what kind of issues he's got to where he's just, like, doing that shit, like, with everyone around, you know? Like, that laser focus, you know? Just paying attention to your kid, slapping the shit out of them. And that, no, but he probably didn't give a fuck, because after the lady called out, he was like, what, ho? Like, what did he say?
I gotta
Like,
give a
shut
fuck,
up, ho.
bitch. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, so he probably just didn't give a fuck.
So I wanted to play this clip that I came across on YouTube, and it's not a sex clip. Tell me what you guys think.
Texas has not legalized weed. We've been asking them to, and they just gave us more guns. We legalized open carry. We were like, we just want to carry weed. They're like, how about carry a bazooka? I was like, I don't want to. Like, no license needed. We don't need a license. We just carry guns out in the open. But I like California style better. You guys were like, let's make it easier for people to smoke weed. And Texas was like, nah, let's make it easier for people to smoke other people. Texas has not.
What do you guys think?
That's a funny way to put it. Smoke other people.
Yeah, I think it's definitely got some truth because there's, you know, especially it's funny in Texas, there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't agree with legalizing weed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they love their open carry down in Texas, so
Oh yeah, they
It's
pride themselves
definitely-
on that shit.
it's funny as fuck. But yeah, I think there is some truth in it because there, you know, even still 2022, it's crazy how many people are against like just legalizing it, you know, let alone doing it and shit.
I think the
Or,
problem.
I mean, other way around, actually, just doing it and then, you know, let alone fucking legalizing it. People don't even fuck with it. They still think it's a fucking drug and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think that I definitely think the entire thing is true. But I feel like the reason, well, one of the reasons, I'm not in fucking Texas and I'm not a Texan, but I would think that the reason that Texans don't want them to legalize marijuana is because I feel like that would interfere with their open gun carry laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, so
I
I
think it
think
would.
I think
Testing
they're
and shit.
yeah, because they're like, hey, you know what? If you smoke weed, you have a card or you test positive, you're not allowed to have that. You know what I mean? Like then it becomes illegal. It's like I'd much you get what I'm saying? I feel like that's probably plays a part in why they don't want to legalize it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think yeah, for sure. It's just like I said, it's a funny bit, but it's definitely fucking true, dude. Because they don't fuck around with that shit in Texas.
No, not at all.
No, they love that shit down there. That's their golden egg is being able to fucking walk around with AK-47s and fucking dumpers and shit all over the place without nobody bothering them.
Fucking thumpers, dude. I low key want to fuck one. That'd be hard.
Yeah, it should be sick.
Like why not? Like I know you guys seen like I always watch them like you know how they do like the gun testing videos. There's like these dudes in Minnesota like on 5 acres just set up with all this shit. Like I get jealous when I see that shit, bro, because they're just like, oh yeah, we got this new fucking silenced M16. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude, yeah, I remember when I saw a video for like the gun that the Vectors is modeled after, and that shit is bad as fuck, son. I ain't gonna lie, that shit look clean. The way it fired,
all that shit.
But it is. I mean, I get it. I get that you want to have those, because here I know that if you have a concealed carry, you can't have a drink, or you can't partake in anything. Obviously, that's gonna alter your judgment for it.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know why it's such a big deal with weed now. I mean, obviously that does make sense that the gun law would kind of semi-change, but it's just, I don't know. I think people need to get over that shit already. I think there's bigger problems in the country than fucking somebody smoking a joint out in public.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of guns, I did want to bring this up. I saw this clip and I wanted to see what you guys think of this. What the fuck?
If you want
All right.
to fix the problem of school shootings, right, there's two things to remember. The school shooting, while it is a murder, at its core, it's actually a public suicide. It's like death by cop. So you have to make sure you have happier people. The other thing you remember from all these school shootings is they're planned. In New York State, you don't have to pass one extra law at all. You have to do one minor thing and one thing only. And that is say, if you're licensed and you have a permit to carry a firearm, if you want to in school, you may. If you're a teacher or an administrator. If you want to, you may. That's it. You don't have to force a teacher to carry. You don't need a resource officer. Why? Because if you have a resource officer, which is what most Republicans will say, put an officer there, they'll just shoot him first. If you allow Democrats, no guns. They'll shoot everybody. So if you instead say, well, I don't know who's armed. Is it an administrator? Is it a teacher? Is it everybody? Is it nobody? The planning goes away. Once there's no planning available, the school is no longer a soft target. They stop choosing the school.
Thoughts?
I agree. I just like right off the bat, I do agree. Because I think that's the only way it's got to be. Because obviously you can force them to have a fucking gun, but then they're gonna freak out in that fucking sense. I would say I believe in resource officers, like whether or not they shoot the motherfucker first, like at least he's there, you know.
Right.
And then then you don't know, that's the hidden part about like which teachers actually have guns and shit, because then you know the ones that actually were willing to go through all that training and the licensing, whatever the fuck it is, you know, obviously it's a non-existent thing, but whatever they do set up to do that shit, because I'm pretty sure it's coming, it would be, you know, much fucking safer, because even after the Uvalde shit, you remember that lady that fucking stopped the mass shooter because she was carrying and shit like that. No one had forced her. She was just already carrying, and once it happened, she was like, oh, it's popping off. Like, you have to have those people that not only are willing to carry, but they're willing to do shit when it pops off, because you can give anyone a gun and they're not gonna fucking use it when they need it.
Yeah, well, the flight or fight response has to be more fight than flight, you know?
Or even, you know, you give a fucking teacher a gun, she goes through the 4-8 hours of training, whatever the fuck. School shooting happens in 7 months. She's not gonna remember that fucking training, dude.
No. When fear hits you, you don't...
Yeah.
You're not gonna automatically remember, you know, what you were taught or what you think you should do. Obviously, the first thing is gonna be like, holy shit, it's fucking happening right now. Like, I'm in it right now. And you're right, some people might not react like that lady that saved those people in what was it like? It was like a party, right? Like a little barbecue or some shit.
Some shit like that. But yeah, and even if you do, again, if you give them all fucking guns and they go through the training or whatever, you don't know how many are gonna keep going to the fucking range, how many are gonna clean their fucking gun, how many are gonna misplace that shit. Like, you just don't know. You can give everyone that shit, but you're not gonna know which ones are gonna, take it seriously or whatever. They're probably just gonna do it because they have to do it. And that's, I feel like that's back to the same as none of them having fucking guns, because only one of them's gonna react out of the fucking 30 or whatever that are there.
Yeah.
So I for sure agree. I think they do need a cop, and I think they do need to make it a choice, because now, especially now that all this shit has been happening more recent, there's going to be a lot more people that are willing to put their lives on the line, because, who knows if the cops will at this point.
Yeah, now you have to second guess your whole fucking department sometimes now. Sadly.
Well, I think a lot of people they can't put themselves in those shoes. They want to say that they're like, yeah, in that situation, I would do this, I would do that. And it's easy to talk from that perspective when you're not in that situation. Yeah. The thing that I would encourage people to think about is that imagine a time where you're flustered, where you're everything is coming at you at once. There's a big, huge problem, and it's like coming at you fast, whether it's a fucking car that's coming straight at you on a head-on collision, it's going to rear end you. Whatever the fuck it is, you're about to get hit by somebody. There's somebody with a gun. It's things like that, where situations that you've been in your life, I don't know what you've been through, but something that caused you some sort of fear, where your stomach started to hurt, something, an issue, it's something like that. In that moment, you can't think about how you feel. You just have to react. And, not everybody has that in them. A lot of people would freeze up, so I think that having a system in place like this would be beneficial, because number one, you're not forcing anybody to do it, and two, you're allowing the people that like guns to carry guns and potentially protect the kids and potentially not freeze up, because those guys are those men and women are, they built relationships with those kids, so they have a stake in the game, versus a cop that's never interacted with those kids.
And, I guess the two issues I do have with it is, you don't know, like, if it's like a high school, there's fucking shady kids in high school. You don't know how many people are gonna try to steal their fucking shit, like, because I bet you teachers are gonna put in like the desk and shit before they fucking carry it on them.
Yeah. And, I would think you would force them to. You need to have it on you, like if you were carrying a concealed weapon.
Yeah, you would have to.
And the other thing that's actually more prevalent, because that's just obviously a what if scenario, but the I know I brought it up before, is like when a school shooting happens and the fucking parents come in and strapped, like, now that's gonna happen for sure.
Oh yeah.
After all this shit, like, so it's just like, oh, there's a school shooting, all right, fucking come on, Junior, let's go save your sister. Like,
load up, son, let's go. We'll fucking drive through the fence.
The only worrying shit.
Well, I mean, it's the parents, like their instinct to save their child. It's gonna happen whether if they were to react the way that you would hope that they would react, the cops, then parents would still show up regardless, strapped up, ready to go. But I think the actual intent on going into the actual dangerous place would minimize, tremendously. And if you do have these people who are there, that are willing to say, like, hey, I'm here, like, I'm not gonna let it happen, whether I have to do what I have to do, or whatever it is that I'm gonna do. Like, it minimalizes human error, although there is still human error no matter what type of procedures you put in, or who has the gun, who doesn't have the gun. It's always gonna be an error of humans who, sadly it's gonna happen. But if you can minimize it in a safe environment, then I don't see what the big deal is. I have heard that some people just would rather not even go that route, because there's teachers out there who hit students, or they lash out and shit. Like Mr. that motherfucker from middle school, Mr. Hitler's Martell. That motherfucker he would throw what, 40-pound, 30-pound fucking dumbbells across the room and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And see, shit like that. He was on steroids, but I'm not gonna argue.
Angry motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that one. He was cool if he wasn't my teacher, that's for sure. So he was cool with me. Like I didn't have no issue with that motherfucker. But like teachers like that probably shouldn't be the ones carrying. But again, there should be some that have that option because it's true. They build these bonds with these kids and they're almost like their own children. So we have to hope that the flight or fight response happens and fight. Because sadly, we can't. As of right now, we can't really depend on a lot of policemen or policewomen to do what their job title is. Like to protect and serve their community. So, I'm hoping that maybe they implement it in some parts of the country. But again, I think it's just more of an issue with police. I think we should try and fix it there before we go to the route where like, all right, you're not even a cop, but here's your gun. Like, just be ready. Be ready at all times to do what you got to do.
I think you should. I think you could do both at once.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I agree, but where I differ is like, I think you can do both at the same time. Because it's like, regardless if you do give the cops training and shit, they're not always going to be like 100%.
Right.
And especially they're not going to be there right away.
Right.
I mean, either, and right away in this scenario is always like 2 or 3 minutes or whatever the fuck, and that's like valuable time when there's already a teacher with a fucking gat.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely think it should be a choice. Cause I think a lot more fucking teachers are going to be willing to now, for sure.
Okay, so I want to bring up another clip, and let me know what you guys think.
So let me get this straight. Rappers can get hundreds of millions of views disrespecting women and telling black men to go out here and murder each other. And when they die, it's RIP or rest in heaven. Kevin Samuels comes along and tells black men that we can compete too. We just got to be willing to collaborate and do it as a unit, and tells black women to not have children out of wedlock. And people on Twitter are cheering because he passed away. And this is what I'm talking about. We have horrible qualities that we like in our culture. If a man starts getting too well spoken, now he speak white. And these are the same people that are hashtag protect black women. Well, how you gonna protect black women if nobody's willing to accept criticism and we worship the men that are part of the problem in our culture? And I know that this is a minority of people. I'm not saying that this is a majority. This is a small minority of the loudest people in the room. But these people are representing us on the national stage. We got Cardi B talking to the president of the United States on black people's behalf. That's our best representation? Like, let's just be completely honest, bro. We worship the wrong qualities in human beings in our culture. So let me get this straight. Rappers can get hundreds of millions of views disrespecting women and telling black men to go out here and murder.
Yes, true. I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna say? You go on TikTok now. I don't know if you guys seen that shit, but like all these up and coming rappers, it's just nothing but like trap and drill fucking rappers. Like there's fucking 17-year-old white kids talking about clapping motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
And it's just like I get that that's what's popular nowadays, but you cannot all be living the same fucking life, So it's like there has to be a lot of them that are not only fake about that shit, but there's a lot of them that are just pushing all these negative ideals and negative connotations just because they think it sounds cool or whatever. Not it's a fucking age-old argument, just not knowing the consequences of the shit that you're fucking saying or that you're doing. And especially, I think it's more outrage because that Kevin Samuels motherfucker like came out and said it. Like, he wasn't saying that shit to a fat beat or, he wasn't saying that shit for entertainment. He was saying that shit like, I guess like preaching or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Pontificating. So I guess that's what gets people like, oh, you can't tell us what to do. And they just go play their fucking fucked up music, So I think it's just more, because it wasn't viewed as entertainment and it was more like him telling motherfuckers that is cool. I don't know. Yeah, I just think it's more, people not necessarily hopping on trends, but like doing what it is they like. Like they listen to what they like, so they try to replicate it, even though that's not them.
It's a trend. That's all it could really be, because you listen to a lot of these like gangster rap artists and stuff, and like you could believe 50-50. If it's true, if it's not true. But what you're doing is putting these images that this is the lifestyle that gets you to where they're at. And so
Right.
somebody who's starting off and doesn't need to go through things like that wants to jump backwards and go through all that shit, and it ends up completely going, 360, 180, whatever the fuck. Like, they end up getting shot, killed, and it's just not. It's the wrong messages get across just because of how a lot of social media works in terms of what's popular and what isn't popular. Because this is a good example, like how John, you sent me that shit about Andrew Tate and like how he says some dumb shit. I'm not even gonna lie. He says a lot of stupid shit. But that shit he said about men, like like at times you're like, okay, how do you have those type of views, but yet you still think that you still think the way you think, like
Right.
How does those coincide with each other?
What was the clip? What was it about?
It was just a clip where he was I'll send it to you, but he was just pretty much talking about like how men can't be weak or some shit, like just like a man wants to kill himself, everyone was just like, oh, fucking do it, just like pretty much saying like there's no emotional support for men in the way there is for women.
Yeah, I got you. I'll send it right now to the Discord.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, he said something the other day. Again, man, like everybody has hot takes. He's building his brand off of it. So like, I'm not gonna take all his shit to heart because I know what he's doing. Let me go ahead and play that clip, but then I do want to get into what another thing he said. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this.
Society has huge burdens on men. You can be a woman and be 40 and be broke. No one gives a shit. If you're a man and you're 40 something and you're fucking broke, you ain't got a car, people are a bit like, how the fuck did you fuck your life up, bro? You're 40, you ain't got a car. We're supposed to be smart. We're supposed to be rich. Supposed to be interesting. Gotta have jokes, gotta have chat lines, right? Gotta be charming, gotta be cool, experiences, stories. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup. If you're a hot woman, if you're truly beautiful, you don't need anything else. I've been on boats in Dubai with 19-year-old Moldovan girls. The guy who got that boat needed $100 million. That bitch, makeup. Same boat, bro. Same boat. That's how hard it is. Look at a game of chess. The king moves one square at a time. He has to really work his way all across the board. What does the queen do? Zips here, zips there. Easy for a chick, bro. Now, if you're an ugly bitch, you can go, oh yeah, it's fine for the hot ones, but I'm an ugly one. Well, if you're an ugly bitch, fine. But to a lesser extent, you can do the same thing. You can still go out, down the high street, get a kebab and a shag and a pint. Done. Like the women don't never going to be in a situation where they look around and they're like, I am actually completely alone. And that's the worst thing that will happen to a person, I think, is true loneliness. And that's why men kill themselves.
Well said. Well fucking said, man. Yeah, I definitely agree with him there, man. I had heard him give that analogy before with a chess piece. Another analogy or another story, analogy, whatever thing that he gave was that why is it that when men make money, they're looking for a partner, somebody to enjoy their life with, somebody to take care of. But when a woman gets money, she doesn't want a man that doesn't work, that doesn't, she's not looking for someone to support. She's looking for somebody to be with. And, he's asking, why is there that double standard? If you guys are so, you guys are all about equality and all this bullshit, why is it that when you guys get money, what you're looking for is way different from what we're looking for?
Yeah, that's fucking true. Some motherfucker, a man just wants to be taken care of. And it's just like, oh, nah, you ain't making no money. Like, girl, you making enough for both of us. What you talking about? Okay, look, this isn't from experience, by the way. I pay for shit, all right?
Ain't nobody saying anything.
I know it sounds like my life right now, dude.
If the shoe fits, bro.
It seemed like you got offended by your own fucking saying right there, my guy. We didn't say anything, bro.
Did you roast yourself, dog?
I think I just did, dude. I think I just fucking did.
He roasted himself and he made a comeback.
Hey, yo, I had to get off. My girl has to pay my minutes, dude.
Wow.
I knew we should have done it after 9 o'clock, bro.
Word, dude.
9 o'clock.
But yeah, no, I would just say one more thing that I don't necessarily always agree with like his shit, but again, I see it the same way where it's like I know he's building his shit off of hot takes, and the fact that his hot takes are sometimes fucking accurate is the reason I can't fucking hate on the motherfucker. You can dislike him, whatever, dude, but the shit he's saying is like, okay, like, here the, like, whatever the fuck it is, here are the facts, here's the fucking shit. And whenever he's got, like, you ever seen when he's got, like, a feminist across the table with him or something, and they're like, oh, what about this, what about, and he's just, like, fucking shuts them down, and they cannot fucking reply. Whether or not he's right or wrong, the fact that they're not as fucking prepared or as ready to be as controversial as him, that's what fucking wins him the day.
I think his preparedness is crazy, bro, because, and you know what, I'm not even mad about talking about him right now. Just because I know that we're helping his marketing shit here, but
Right.
you know, honestly, I feel like he's earned it just because I feel that ever since I started seeing his videos like pop up a lot, especially because I actually started to go into them, you know, they're popping up on my feed a lot more often, and I feel like he's saying a lot of shit that I've never been able to verbalize, but I know I've felt as a man. Like
Right.
you know, not just the shit that we talked about here today, but there's a lot of things where, you know, he just knows how to verbalize things and like make the point that like a lot of us can't really make. Whether that's because we don't understand it fully, we're not smart, whatever the fuck it is, you know, he's verbalizing it, and I appreciate that. Again, you don't have to like him. He's fucking crazy.
Right.
He has some he says outlandish shit, but he also, there is some truth within the lies, I guess. So I want to switch it up, and I want to get us in trouble and canceled. So I am going to go ahead and play this clip, and then we'll kind of get into a little bit more of where you guys will understand where we're going to be headed in a moment. So this guy is talking to a gender studies professor, and I will add the video to Instagram and TikTok so that you guys can fully see this, but go ahead and take a listen.
If I were to say that I'm a black man, would you accept that, or would you be skeptical?
He's white, by the way.
Are you black? Are you African American? Are you biracial?
I don't think so.
Well, you don't look that, and I don't think it doesn't sound like that's a genuine statement of who you are.
Okay, so that's my point. I could make a statement about who I am that's incorrect.
Of course, I think it's well established that human beings can lie, yes.
Or not even lie. I mean, I could just be mistaken.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure where you're going.
I guess this all comes down to really one question. Especially women, gender and sexuality studies. So what is a woman? If I were to say that I'm a black...
He didn't have anything to say. He was kind of like,
Awkward silence.
Yeah. I mean, man, there's so much shit, you know, obviously it's Pride Month, and, you know,
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, happy Pride Month. There's a lot of shit going around. So I wanted to share this, you know, in light of that, just to kind of, you know, stir the pot a little bit. So Roe v. Wade, man, it got overturned. What do you guys think?
I think it's definitely gonna raise the number of fucked up abortions. And what I mean by that is just like we're gonna be going back to like the back alley shit, coat hangers and shit. Obviously not literally, but probably literally. And I think the thing that's getting everyone is like, now you're gonna have to drive from like fucking Tennessee to fucking California just to get one. Because there's only gonna be a few fucking states that are gonna be able to do that. And obviously the more upper middle class people are gonna be able to do that shit no problem. But then that's where you get the fucking, you know, babies out of wedlock and shit, where there's poorer people that can't fucking take care of it. And I have been reading a lot that like there's people that got abortions because they got like cancer and they had to take the baby out to take the fucking tumor out. And it's like shit like that is now going to be criminalized. So it's definitely like there's no fine line. It's like no matter what, you're going to get fucking penalized for doing it, even if you need to do it.
Well, shit, man, that kind of fucked my whole thing up a little bit, just because I wasn't. I'm hoping that's not true. I hope that there's like some fine lines there where it's like, okay, like there's it's circumstantial. If it's not, you know, then you know I'm wrong. I just hope it's not. I hope it's not that. Like that would be pretty fucked up. I know that there's some companies that are actually paying for travel to they're calling it, it's some part of your leave package where they'll pay for you to go, let's say, to to whatever state is closest for you to have the abortion, and they'll pay for all the expenses. They'll pay for the procedure. I know there was a lot of companies. Among one of the many is, I believe, Disney, and I believe Nike is also doing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies.
Dick's
Starbucks,
Sporting
I think
Goods.
Apple. I think a lot of companies are doing it. And you know what, bro? I know corporations are doing it for the money. They're doing it for the clout. They're doing it because they want people to fuck with them. But you know what, man? Like, I think for once in my life, I am going to agree with these corporations and say, you know what? If that's the stance you want to make, man, and you want to spend that money on them to do that, more power to you. I'm not mad at you. Like, I'm cool with that. I actually think a company taking more accountability and putting more things out there to help their employees and whatever they believe in and support them. I think that's dope.
Yeah, because I do see it more as like a medical expense.
Yeah.
And it's definitely just more like, my view of it is like, whether you believe in abortion or not, I think the fact that it, without like the proper procedure, that it can be fucking more dangerous for everybody involved.
Yeah,
And you know, a fucking
infections.
good ass doctor can do one and then get fucking his license revoked, and then he gets thrown in jail for doing a fucking medical procedure, dude. Like, that's what's crazy about it.
As of right now, there is no fine line with that shit. It's all abortion. You can't do anything. If you do it because of sexual abuse, incest, you were raped, whatever, you're sick or anything, right now there is no fine line. Like, if you do it, if you're gonna do it, it's wrong. Like, they want to penalize you criminally, which is fucking sad.
And they're pretty much
sad.
saying, oh shit, my bad.
No, go ahead.
They're pretty much saying, you know, oh, well, now we're gonna relegate it to the states, but a lot of fucking states are just gonna ban that shit outright.
Texas is doing that.
I guess a lot of states already had laws in place ready for this to happen, so that right when it once it got canceled out, immediately the new law started.
Right.
You know what, man? This is a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and take the stance that I don't think you should do it, but I also don't think that the government should have a say whether you do it or not.
Right.
I think that's my take.
Now, to me, it's each its own. You know, if it's need be, it's need be. You know, it's not. Frankly, don't think it's anybody's business what you're doing. If it's morally incorrect, or you know, your religion doesn't allow it, or whatever it is, like, everything is selective, and if you're going based on, let's say, religion, you're only picking what fits in your life. You're not following the entire thing to the T. So I think it should just be if you're gonna do it, and just let them do it. Like, there's no. It's getting. I've been seeing more and more TikToks. I don't know if you've seen them, John, but it's like they put up like the whole. The article of it being overturned, and then girls are like posing as that serial killer, that lady. Do you remember her? She was like Alan something. Fuck, I can't remember her name.
The Eileen, right?
Eileen, yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah. And I just I want to put it out there that I understand what you guys are trying to do. Like, I understand what position you're trying to take, but please look into that case before you decide to model yourself after that lady, because although she was sexually abused, a lot of the men she killed, she was the one that brought them. She was the one that lured them into doing a lot of the stuff. So you're not doing what you think you're doing. You know, it's not. You're not. It's like a lot of men going out being like, oh, I want to be like Ted Bundy because I'm charismatic. You know, I'm not a weirdo. I know how to talk to women. Like, no, just please look into it, because you look fucking stupid. But
and you know,
I understand it. I get what you're trying to say. You know, like, you know, the whole men hate thing. I understand. I get it. But please, for the love of God, look into that case before you decide to pose as that woman.
Yeah, because it's definitely a fucking slippery slope, and it's like, oh fuck, I had a point and I forgot it. Oh, you guys know Kamala Harris is back? She's gonna sit down with CNN to talk about this shit.
Oh no!
All of a sudden, now that this shit came out.
It's kind of crazy because she like disappeared for a while.
Yeah, exactly. She's been quiet on fucking everything, and all of a sudden she's gonna sit down because it's a fucking,
a woman
women's thing,
thing.
a popular thing. But I will say this: I know lately I've been the motherfucker that's like, I've been iffy about like the conspiracy and shit, like that side of it. But I read something recently. You guys remember when the document leaked from the Supreme Court like a few months ago?
Like 3 months ago, yeah.
I read some shit that was like they leaked that shit on purpose so that way the fallout from here wouldn't be a surprise. Like after that happened, we all saw it coming. Like they knew they were gonna overturn it, but they pretty much leaked it like, hey man, they aren't gonna give that much of a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like get ready for it almost.
And I feel like it's kind of been true because when it happened, we've there obviously have been riots and shit nonstop, but it's just been more like, oh man, they finally did it. Now what are the states gonna do? Like,
Well,
there's not as much fucking outrage.
You know what, man, and that's smart. And I think I'm a conspiracy guy, and I know I'm a conspiracy guy at heart, and I do want to go into that. Not that I'm saying that you are that was your point right now, but I do want to touch on that. So remind me. But I did expect a lot of riots, a lot of protesting, whatever. I expected a lot of it, and a lot of the videos I've seen online, man, like not very many people were showing up to these things. Like, yeah, there was some outliers, LA, where they were, blocking a fucking freeway.
Yeah.
There was some intersections
Fucking
right by the
crazy.
White House. I there's little ones like that, but I don't know, bro. I just think that this one relative, and I hate to attach it to this, but this one relative to how the BLM ones were, it doesn't even compare, man, because I feel like it's kind of a fucky thing to attach yourself to how one side is painting it, killing kids. You can't, it's hard for you to attach yourself. So I think that a lot of people are just staying quiet on the matter, regardless of how they feel about it. Just because it's hard to attach yourself one way or the other, whether you're for it, if you're with them, you're a fucking baby killer. If you're not with them, you're something else. Like, it's like there's no winning situation. So I feel like there's that also played a big role in why these things haven't escalated to where they could have if it was a cause that called for bigger action. I feel a lot of people feel a certain type of way, but it's just going to be Twitter fingers for this type of shit. It's not going to be anything in person.
100%. What were you gonna say about the conspiracy?
Oh, but I think it's I just think it's another distraction, man. It's another distraction. To really piss people off and to kind of keep that news cycle away from the fact of in the direction that our country's going right now, man. I don't want to get political here, but there is shortages of supplies, guys. So you guys should be, obviously, going out and preparing yourselves one way or another. But I just think it's kind of funny how the whole formula shortage came and went, because I felt like that being in short supply really like lit a fire under the politicians' asses, because now I go into every fucking store and they have all the formula you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
So I think that if we were all to unite for one fucking thing like we did for the fucking formula, I definitely think we could make some fucking changes around here, man. I just want to kind of throw that out there.
Yeah, and that's true. I fucking believe you 100%, but same thing, like you're saying, who wants to be involved with fucking abortion,
Yeah, man, it's fucky.
That's where it gets fucky.
Yeah,
unless you're Edward, because he's quiet.
Unless you're Edward.
No, I voice my opinion. I'm for it. I don't give a shit what you think about killing a kid or not. Like, it's not, for one, it's not really my say so. It shouldn't be anybody else's either. Like, I'm not afraid to say that I'm for, I don't know, like pro-choice, right? I think that one's it. Yeah, pro-choice. You can't be pro-life when the kids that you want to live are in school dying. So, I mean.
And I feel like people see pro-choice as a bad word, quote unquote, because it's like they all just think of it as like killing the baby. But I believe you can choose to keep the motherfucker too. Like, I feel like that's kind of where it's just one-sided. Obviously, this whole situation is fucking one-sided.
You know what though, man? And you know what? This is gonna go against my take. And but you know what? Let's just be real here, bro. Some people don't deserve to have kids. Like,
I
you
don't
know what I
disagree with
mean?
you.
You know, like I don't want to
disagree
be an
with you.
asshole, but like, you know, you come across some parents where it's like, bro, you shouldn't even have that kid right now. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
fair.
Like there's people out there that
Yep.
need a kid, that want a kid, that deserve a kid, would take care of that kid like no other. But here you are being a fucking dickhead to your kid, you know?
No, yeah, and I'm 100% agree with you on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was it just reminded me there was another, because you know all these stories have been popping up all of a sudden, and one that made me think a little bit was there was a person talking about how they grew up like in a religious family and their parents were against abortions, this and that, and come to find out their mom had a fucking abortion before they were born, and they were pretty much like, you guys talk about like the loss of potential life and shit, but if she hadn't had that abortion, then I wouldn't be here right now, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like there's obviously, you know,
Well,
give and take to it.
Yeah, there's always arguments that are like, you don't know if you're killing the next president or the guy who figures out or the cure for cancer and nothing, but you don't know if you're fucking giving birth to Ted Bundy or another fucking John Wayne Gacy or the next person to create a huge American terrorist attack. Like that. It could go either way. Don't play one side and not the other. You can't say that we might be killing the next Einstein, but try to fight when I say like you're probably killing the next Hitler. Like, who knows? You know, nobody's gonna know that. I think that argument right there is another one too. That is like,
I just
can't have
I
that.
just want to do one thing before we continue. Great job, Edward. You managed to put us on every single watch list by saying all of those keywords. Terrorist, Hitler,
terrorist,
fucking serial
fuck
killer.
You FBI, fuck
Great
you CIA,
job, buddy, old
fuck
pal.
you NSA, fuck all you
Holy
motherfuckers.
shit, dude.
I don't give a shit.
You didn't even have to cancel us, Art.
Word,
Fucking
dude.
did it himself.
Come,
We're gonna go to
go ahead,
jail,
come
dude.
after us, bro. Come after us. It's fine.
Hey, calmado, way. John hasn't paid his taxes in 3 years, dude.
Ah, shit,
By
John.
us, you mean
told
you.
me. You told me you paid that shit the other day.
Hey man, I tell everyone that. I've been telling the IRS that, dude.
Word, dude. Just check your email, IRS.
John.
He's paid you.
It's in the junk, dude.
Yeah.
It's in
Check the
folder.
spam. Check the spam folder.
Check the spam.
No, this is John's pre-recorded voice. You know, he passed away a long time ago. This is just
He passed away a long time ago.
I'm in Barbados, dude. I'm chilling with Pac. And fucking Rihanna got a sister?
I don't think so.
Nah, but you know famous people always got like ugly siblings for some reason. You ever notice that?
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Whatever, man. I'd fuck Rihanna's ugly sister if I get some like birthday money every year.
like at least a birthday card or what?
Yeah, you know?
I had seen a clip. Actually, let me see if I can find it. It's of you remember the guy that made Tosh.0, Daniel Tosh.
Yeah. Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh.
Fuck, what the hell is it called? Here, let me see. Yeah, right here. This. Let me go ahead and play it for you guys real quick.
In America. It is great to be here in America. Yeah. The greatest country in the world.
You know what? This one's shorter.
Wish a president would have the balls to say what I'm about to. 10% of Americans don't deserve jobs. Good night. That's a number I can get my head around. If you don't think 10% of Americans are lazy pieces of shit, then you have never traveled anywhere. Because the number that blows me away is that over 90% of Americans have jobs. Who the fuck is hiring you morons? The sense of entitlement, everyone thinks they deserve more than they have. No one's content. Young kids, I won't even talk to them anymore because you parents have done such a bang-up job. If I meet one more kid and ask him what he wants to do when he gets older, and he replies, "I want to be famous like you," I'm going to kick him in his teeth. You're never going to be famous. I didn't get here because I work hard. I have a gift from God. Everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame, buddy. That's an average. Yeah, that's 0 for you. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 20 years, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
20 years.
Wish a
Thoughts?
I mean, he's got a point, you know.
That's
I would
kind of
say
where I
that-
got like my whole thing with like the not everybody deserves to have a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, I've met people that don't fucking like want to work or anything. Shit, I fucking wouldn't if I had money, but I ain't got no fucking money. But I'm also not incompetent. Like I can do a job, you know? And there's people that won't even be willing to do that shit. So that's for sure. They have like standards. Even us, I'm pretty sure we're all fucking sitting here. Like I'd never fucking work at McDonald's. Like there's, you know, that's the majority of motherfuckers nowadays, I feel like.
Well, yeah, well, people don't want to. They think that those like entry level jobs and shit, they're not worth their time and shit. But in reality, it's like, yeah, nobody else is gonna take you right now, and if they do, then again, what the fuck is going on? You know, who is giving you these jobs?
You know, and this kind of falls into the same thing. I was just driving home the other day, and I was realizing how, you know, every time you're in the fast lane, there's always one motherfucker going 60 that you either got to go around or you got to fucking live with it for a while.
Word.
Yeah.
And you know, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Like, oh, this piece of shit. Like, this fucking asshole. Is he fucking stupid? Like, all this shit. And then I just think, like, they get to their destination. We all get to our destination. Which one of your fucking friend group is that fucking idiot? Like, you know, and I feel like this on a grander scale. Like, you don't know which one is the fuck up, but it has to be someone. But everyone's gonna be like, it's not me. But it's gotta be someone, dude. So it's like, yeah, of course there's people that aren't fucking deserving of jobs and shit because they'll just fucking squander that shit. Just like there's fucking idiots on the interstate. No one wants to raise their hand and say I'm a fucking dumbass. But you were driving 65 in that fucking lane and I wanted to get home, dickhead. So.
Well, good thing none of us go fucking 65, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That ain't me, dude.
You're a fool.
I break the speed limit every day, so I never go below
Every
it.
fucking day. But yeah, even just like those, you know, and that's kind of what irks me. Like, you know, slow drivers where you shouldn't be fucking slow, or just like I'm sure I mentioned this before, but like those motherfuckers at the stoplight, like they inch forward. Then once it turns green, they fucking take 5 seconds to go. Like they weren't even paying attention enough to fucking leave as fast as they wanted to. Like shit like that, man. No one wants to be that fucking asshole, but those assholes exist and they got friends.
I feel like that asshole's probably like Monks. He's probably like rolling a blunt, and like as he's rolling, he's so into it that he
fuck no, bro. I can roll a blunt and drive, my guy.
He lets go of the brake. He inches up, and then everybody thinks that he's just impatient, but really he's just retarded. He can't handle it.
No, buddy, I fucking drive 80 miles an hour rolling the blunt. I'm good on that one.
You can't even be you gotta like take it at that point, because it's just like, you know, someone gets hit and it's just like, hey man, what sounds better? Like, oh my bad, or fucking, hey dude, I was rolling a blunt. Like, chill.
Chill. You want to hit this real quick and make you feel better?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like just it's this on a grander scale where it's just like there's a lot of people that are probably in positions they shouldn't be. I mean, and we can even flip that argument and to where it's like everyone who wants to be famous, there are famous people now that are fucking idiots. Like, I don't want to fucking be listening to Whoa Vicky and shit on my TikTok. I don't want to see Cardi B at the fucking White House, but who the fuck else is gonna do that shit? Ain't no one fucking wanting to do that shit is the thing.
Well, I think it's because, from what I've heard that a lot of artists, like, they don't put themselves in that situation because they feel like, what the fuck, you know, what am I gonna say, like, to help any of this cause? You know, I'm an artist and that's what I do. Like, I do my music and that's all I need to do. Because who the fuck is gonna listen to me? You know, who the fuck is really out there like taking political advice from Cardi B? You know, the music thing is cool, it works for you, but like in terms of politics, like, I mean, you know, who's really right here?
Mm-hmm. And it's just like at the end of the day, you just gotta pick a side. And if you're a fucking artist like that who picks a side, then you're gonna get the other half. Like, what the fuck? I liked your music.
Yeah.
Now you pissing on people. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, stop throwing R. Kelly under the bus like that, bro.
Dude, that's Robert. I'm telling you.
Robert Kells is the rapist.
Oh shit.
R. Kelly's his clone that was in the studio while he was pissing on people. See? There. Conspiracy made. Conspiracy made. There.
You're a pervert.
Leave him alone. Jesus Christ.
What about you, Art? I think we've been fucking talking this whole time.
What do you guys? You guys went somewhere else that I kind of got lost because I was looking for something.
No, we're still talking about the people deserving of jobs. Just pretty much just dumb fucks in society.
Yeah, well, I hate to rephrase what he said, but I really feel that way. Like, there is 10% of people that probably shouldn't have jobs here. Like they're either on disability and like for good reason. Like they're actually disabled. You know what I mean? Like they're probably, there's something wrong with them. So I mean that, or they're just lazy, and maybe that's because they're disabled. Who knows? But I definitely agree with that take because I always look at that number and I'm like, well. I mean, like if it's under, because I've always thought like 7%, like that's not really that much. Sometimes it gets up to 20%. That's kind of like all right, a little high. But yeah, I definitely agree with that take overall. Do you guys have any other clips? I know that you guys sent some the other day that we didn't get to. Do you guys want to touch on those real quick?
Let me see what.
Yeah, let me. There was a few I saw that we didn't play. Let me.
No, I think we.
Yeah, I think we got all the important ones actually.
All right, cool.
I think we're solid on that front.
Well, I am going to post that poll at some point today of whether or not, Edward and the homeboy Venus over here are capping because, just they're mad because I look majestic. You guys are lucky. You guys are lucky that I don't have that photo anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Photoshop is still real, dog. Photoshop is still real. I mean,
dude, I'm telling you, I just traced it, bro. That's it.
If you bring that shit up again, bro, I am calling the IRS. Alright? I'm fucking tired of this shit. Seeing your beautiful ass all over my fucking timeline.
I showed Vanessa. Stupid. I was like, hey, like, does it look like me? And she's like, no. And I was like, she's like, which one? I was like, this one. And she's like, yeah, I guess kind of, but you don't look like that. I was like, fuck off. You know what she told me the other day? We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But so I was talking to her little brother, right? Because he wants to start going to the gym. And he's like, all right, go to the gym with me. I'm like, all right, fuck it, dude. I'm going to be a fucking gym rat. I'm going to rip off the sleeves on all my shirts and shit. I'm ready.
Oh, shit.
So then we were supposed to start like a couple days ago, whatever, let's say fucking a week ago. And he comes up to me and he's like, Vanessa, he's going to stay fat because he doesn't want to go to the gym with me. And I was like, ha, 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 fuck you, whatever, right? Yeah. So I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. No, I'm just degrading myself on live podcast.
You might as well, dude.
All right? Finish it up. But anyway.
Go strong.
So then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, bro. I was like, I used to be skinny, all right? And he was like, no, you weren't. I was like, yes, I was. So then I fucking, I started pulling out, some pictures and shit. And I showed him, and then he's like, what the fuck? That's not you. And then I show Vanessa, and she's like, that's a filter. I was like, nigga, this ain't got no fucking filter. There's no skinny filter. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean that's a filter? I was like, dude, what the hell?
Dude, they didn't even have
dude, I know.
Dude, no. She's like, that's not you. That's a filter. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Holy shit. Talk about degrading. Damn, son.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, she bullies me during sex, bro. That shit's fucked up. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm gonna start speaking out.
I'm sick of this.
I need a red table talk. Fucking, what is that shit? Red table talk or top? Whatever the fuck that fucking Jada Pinkett Smith bald bitch is talking about.
You need to fucking, fuck that, dude. You need to call up Andrew Tate.
You might as well, bro.
Nah, Andrew Tate.
Some ammo, dude.
Dude, I think Andrew Tate is gonna fucking like eat me alive, though. He's gonna be like, you're a bitch.
Huh, stop being a bitch. Just do it already.
Yeah, be an alpha. Like that's what he's gonna tell me.
Or like his heart attack thing. Like my friend's having a heart attack. You can't hang out with me. It's just a bitch. Get the fuck up. Drink a soda.
Yeah, bro. You
do
see,
something.
like,
do something.
I'm not ready for him yet, bro. He's gonna abuse me.
Word. That's fair.
Oh shit.
Poor guy.
All right, guys.
You're right, Mr.
No, I'm not. That's why I have all these bruises on me. All right, guys. Well, have a good day. Have a good night. We appreciate you guys listening, and we hope you had a good time.
Peace.
Later.
Dude.